All right, so just tune in, start tapping and tune into. We listened to a channeling that was about fear of abandonment, and what came up for you was anger. So can you describe how that anger came up? What was it in reaction to, and where the anger is in your body?
I was angry at my friend who I think mm, himself was reacting to a fear of abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to give him support and to comfort him, and his response to me was anger. I felt attacked,
Mm-hmm.
and I was surprised. I didn't expect that. And I felt that it was unfair.
Yep.
And I felt it in my chest. I felt that I felt it at the time, but I was able to really sort of sit back as observer. I knew that there was something coming, even though I hadn't expected it. And I was very happy and pleased after this conversation that I was able to really be present, even with my own emotions, and not lash out and see the conversation through. And then today, I felt like I had this, it was like a bomb in my chest waiting to explode. And I did do a little work, as I said before meeting today, on myself. And what I realized was it's like a red hot bomb in my chest that's waiting to explode. And I was surprised. I thought, why am I so angry? And I think it comes to feeling like I was being attacked
Mm-hmm. Okay.
for trying to help.
Yeah. Even though I have this feeling of being attacked,
Even though can't even say it. Even though I have this feeling of being attacked,
and it feels like a red hot bomb in my chest.
and it feels like a red hot bomb in my chest.
And it was stimulated listening to that channeling today.
And it was stimulated listening to that channeling today.
And it reminds me of my friend who I was trying to help,
And it reminds me of my friend who I was trying to help,
and I felt attacked.
and I felt attacked.
I ask my guides and higher self
I asked my guides and higher self
and all the pieces and parts of my body,
and all the pieces and parts of my body,
where does this red hot feeling in my chest, like a bomb about to go off, come from originally?
where does this red hot feeling in my chest, like a bomb about to go off, come from originally?
This feeling of being attacked.
This feeling of being attacked,
So I can process and release it back to its origins.
so I can process and release it back to its origins.
Top of the head, this red hot bomb feeling in my chest,
This red hot bomb feeling in my chest,
like I'm being attacked,
like I'm being attacked,
trying to help my friend who felt abandoned.
trying to help my friend who felt abandoned.
This feeling of being attacked, like a red hot bomb in my chest.
This feeling of being attacked like a red hot bomb in my chest.
I ask my guides and higher self
I ask my guides and higher self
and the multidimensional layers of my DNA
and the multidimensional layers of my DNA
that remember all my lifetimes
that remember all my lifetimes
and my current DNA.
and my current DNA.
Where does this anger come from?
Where does this anger come from? Something really interesting came up, which I mean, it's a word that's so strong, and
Mhm.
it comes from feeling reviled.
Uh-huh. This word, feeling reviled.
This word, feeling reviled.
I ask the multidimensional layers of my DNA,
I ask the multidimensional layers of my DNA,
where does this word, feeling reviled, come from originally?
where does this word, feeling reviled, come from originally? Yeah, oh, I just got, "You're gonna kill us."
Mhm.
Oh,
This feeling, you're going to kill us,
this feeling, "You're gonna kill us."
under the arm. This feeling, you're going to kill us.
This feeling, "You're gonna kill us."
This feeling coming from the multidimensional layers of my DNA.
This feeling coming from the multidimensional layers of my DNA.
This word, reviled.
This word, "reviled."
You're going to kill us. You're going to kill us.
"You're gonna kill us." Ugh,
You're going to kill us.
"You're gonna kill us."
What else is coming up? Who's us?
The word I just got was "the tribe." So I was trying to help, but I was feared that, what I was doing was gonna kill them all,
Hmm.
and that I was actually it just turned. It just turned all of a sudden. People had come to me for help, but then all of a sudden, it feels what I'm just getting is that someone had actually drank something from, it was water from a water source that was polluted or tainted, and they attributed that to me. But it wasn't anything that I had done. It was something that they used to attack me,
Hmm.
and I absolutely hadn't seen it coming. I couldn't understand what on earth was going on.
Hmm. It was so unexpected.
It was so unexpected.
I was just trying to help them.
I was just trying to help them. That was my job. That was what I was there for.
That was my job. That was what I was there for. And all of a sudden, they turned on me.
And all of a sudden they turned on me.
It was so unexpected.
It was so unexpected.
They turned on me.
They turned on me.
I was only trying to help them.
I was only trying to help them.
There was some pollutant source in their water,
There was some pollutant source in their water,
and they blamed me.
and they blamed me. I just felt this huge sort of cry coming out of my throat.
This huge cry coming out of my throat,
This huge cry with such anguish coming out of my throat.
all this anguish.
All this anguish.
And I thank the multidimensional layers of my DNA for remembering this to protect me.
And I thank the multidimensional layers of my DNA for remembering this so that to protect me.
But it no longer serves me now in my current life and my current body.
But it no longer serves me now in my current life and my current body.
And as a being of light,
And as a being of light,
I have full free choice.
I have full free choice.
And it's my choice and my instruction
And it's my choice and my instruction
to all pieces and parts of me,
to all pieces and parts of me,
the multidimensional DNA and my current DNA,
multidimensional DNA and my current DNA,
to process and release this anguish from my throat,
to process and release this anguish from my throat,
this fear of being attacked,
this fear of being attacked
from my throat and my whole body.
oh, from my throat and my whole body. Now I feel like I'm being pinned down and like it's terrible feeling, pinned down and speared,
Releasing and letting go of this pinned down and speared feeling
releasing and letting go of these pinned down and speared feelings
from the multidimensional layers of my DNA.
from the multidimensional layers of my DNA.
I thank my DNA for remembering it to protect me,
I thank my DNA for remembering it to protect me,
but it no longer serves me, and I instruct my body to let it go.
but it no longer serves me, and I instruct my body to let it go.
All the way back to when I was pinned down and speared,
All the way back to when I was pinned down and speared and discarded.
and discarded. And I choose to see my soul rising from that body,
Mm. And I choose to see my soul rising from that body,
rising higher and higher,
rising higher and higher,
higher and higher to that place of brilliant white light,
higher and higher to that place of brilliant white light,
connecting with the higher master beings of light,
connecting with the higher master beings of light,
and asking what was the higher learning and lesson for that lifetime.
and asking what was the higher learning and lesson from, from that lifetime. The first thing I got, just even before I finished repeating your words, those words, was to learn how to protect myself more effectively and not be so this is what it is, and not be in this sort of, it almost feels like a naive now that it's coming through belief that, well, I mean, why wouldn't everybody want help? I mean, we all suffer, we're human beings, and if I can help, why wouldn't you want my help? And even if I think permission has been given, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that, it's just going to flow, that there won't be moments of stop right there and I might not recognize them.
Mm-hmm. And how does that higher learning and lesson apply to you now in your current life?
Be more discerning about the people that I work with, as in, the people that I give sessions to. And particularly when it comes to people that I consider to be a family, people I've known for a very long time. People, we always think that we hear other people's stories and we see their suffering and we feel like, well, we're not living that story. We think perhaps we have some objective standpoint, wisdom, but I mean, if it was so easy to solve someone else's problem and you just said it out loud, wouldn't we all be happy if somebody told you that, hey, I can see what's going on? And so not to sort of tread more delicately and not to presume that someone wants that from me, but perhaps they just want my presence,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And I thank the higher master beings
And I thank the higher master beings
for this higher learning and lesson.
for this higher learning and lesson.
And I choose to discern
And I choose to discern
as to when I offer my help
as to when I offer my help
and to be a presence
and to be a presence
and honor their own soul journeys
yeah, and honor their own soul journeys
and their learning and lessons.
and their learning and lessons,
Just like the way I honor my own learning and lesson.
just like the way I honor my own learning and lesson.
And I choose to release that red hot bomb of
Mhm.
anger in my chest
And I choose to release that red hot bomb of anger in my chest
and that anguish from my throat
and that anguish from my throat
and that fear of being attacked
and that fear of being attacked
unexpectedly.
unexpectedly.
It no longer serves me now.
It no longer serves me now.
And I choose to release it from all pieces and parts of me.
And I choose to release it from all pieces and parts of me.
Mm-hmm. So when you think now back to that past life
Mm-hmm.
where you were trying to help people, there was something in their water, they blamed you, They held you down and speared you and threw you away.
Yeah.
How does that feel now when you think about that?
It feels like I was, it's interesting. It feels like I was a very young soul then. And that I mean, I think it feels like I went in with this enthusiasm, I can help, I can help. And that I don't think that that enthusiasm really was, how do you say, well accepted, or I think that I wasn't really coming to the understanding or the real level where they were at. It was more like, okay, let's do this. And I mean, I wasn't actually in a blanket way. I really wasn't coming forward with um, a more
Balanced.
balanced and perceptive and intuitive and, maybe more personal or personalized approach.
Mhm.
And I think I feel like actually it's kind of funny. The feeling I get is maybe I was a little bit annoying.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. And then now now what I'm getting really is this memory of an elder or a leader who sort of was like, she's just annoying, get rid of her. Wow, what a feeling. And that is a terrible feeling to sort of, think I was annoying when I was actually trying to help.
Mhm. Okay. And where do you feel that in your body?
Right down in my belly.
Mhm. Even though I feel this feeling right down in my belly,
Even though I have this feeling, I feel this feeling right down in my belly.
like, what if I was really annoying?
Yeah, like what if I was really annoying? Oh,
What if I wasn't calibrated in my approach?
what if I wasn't calibrated in my approach?
What if I was a young soul
What if I was a young soul
and grateful for what I've learned now?
and grateful for what I've learned now?
And I'm grateful for that learning and lesson and that lifetime.
And I'm grateful for that learning and lesson in that lifetime.
So I know how not to be.
So I know how not to be.
I know now to come from a place of balance and discernment
I know now to come from a place of balance and discernment
and observation
and observation
and be a presence where I can be available if they reach out for help.
and be a presence where I can be available if they reach out for help. Hmm.
And I'm grateful for my soul learning and lesson
And I'm grateful for my soul learning and lesson
that I can apply now in this lifetime.
that I can apply now in this lifetime.
And I can release that feeling in my lower stomach,
And I can release that feeling in my lower stomach,
knowing that at a soul level all is well,
knowing that at a soul level all is well. Mhm.
and taking on this higher learning and lesson
And taking on this higher learning and lesson
and put it into practice in my current life,
and put it into practice in my current one,
knowing that there's no need to feel attacked or angry
knowing that there's no reason to feel attacked or angry
or to be annoying.
or to be annoying.
I choose to be discerning and balanced
I choose to be discerning and balanced,
and honor other people's higher learning and lessons
and honor other people's higher learning and lessons,
and offer my help in a balanced way,
and offer my help in a balanced way,
offering them the window of opportunity.
offering them the window of opportunity. And I'm going to add in no matter how much I think they're suffering,
Mm. No matter how much I think they're suffering,
no matter how much I think they're suffering, and no matter how much I feel that they're suffering.
mhm, I release this feeling in my body when
I
I
release,
feel they're suffering.
I release this feeling in my body when I feel their suffering. That's a hard one. Yeah. I think that's really what it comes down to.
Hmm. Knowing that they're human suffering, as I see
Mhm.
it, is
Knowing that they're human suffering as I see it, sorry,
and feel it
and feel it.
belongs over there with them.
Belongs over there with them.
It's their soul contract and agreement,
It's their soul contract and agreement.
and I can still be their window of opportunity if they so choose it.
And I can still be their window of opportunity if they so choose it.
If they choose help and if they choose to get out of their suffering.
If they choose help and if they choose to get out of their suffering.
If they choose their soul learning and lesson.
If they choose their soul learning and lesson.
Hmm.
Mm.
And I leave it over there with them
And I leave it over there with them
as their choice.
as their choice.
Yeah. So it's like they are a being of light with full free choice, just like you are.
Yes, 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 yes. You know, Jenny, that just broke it right open. That was it,
And
and it
sometimes people need to be brought to their knees in suffering in order for them to then
mm,
turn around.
yes, or not as we said, and I won't go into a lot of detail, but my brother died terribly a few years ago, and I mean, he had suffered for a very long time. He was an alcoholic and not a functional one, and my goal was to keep him alive. My goal was simply to keep him alive as best as I could to take care of him. And he did not want to stay alive. And finally, I had to accept. But you see, there's that. I had to accept, but perhaps now I am accepting.
Yes.
Coming into the present.
Yeah.
Um, this was, his light soul chose this experience, and for all my desperation, I think that's what was caught up in that desperation. And now I can so much more clearly see and feel and really, really feel that in my body here as such love and compassion. I mean, what a brave soul. My gosh,
Mm,
to have suffered that much.
yeah. And it's part of his soul journey and learning and lesson. And
Right.
and whether he got the higher learning and lesson or not, it was also for your higher learning and lesson.
Yes. And I mean, right now I feel that incredible energy of his, just a warmth.
Hmm.
And wow, so grateful. And I really feel that release right here. You know where that bomb was?
Yeah.
It's just, now I feel like my heart has grown.
Yeah. So there's a
Oh,
warmth and a love and a love and an honoring of his journey, right?
oh, yes, 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 definitely. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Mm.
Mm.